Good evening, SBC. Good evening, SBCC. Good evening, BSL. And good evening to everyone else within the sound of my voice, north, south, east, west, and all points in between. You've tuned in to the September 19th, 2023 edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. And I am your host and head chef and van driver and teacher and moderator, facilitator, and any other aider you could come up with, Mr. Mike Walker. Glad to have each and every one of y'all here with us. We hope that you had a good day, and if not, we pray that tomorrow be a better day. But hey, you made it through this day. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for deciding to spend at least an hour of your time with us on this Tuesday evening. We don't take it lightly. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for your can't talk tonight. Thank you all for your support. Glad to have each and every one of y'all here with us. You know what we do at this time? We do our little salutations. And just let us know where you are, who you are, where you from. Not mandatory, but we do like to see who, we just like to know who everybody is, though. Let's get started. We got Lynn Brown from Guyana. Great, always a pleasure to have you here with us. Helena Murray, I think she is a new one. Glad to have you here. Great to have you here. Felicia, great to have you here. She was on Shoot Your Shot last week. Oh boy, she was great though. She's from Indianapolis. Okay, fellas. Cassandra Cunningham, good to have you here. Appreciate your support. Valerie Zachary Cabot from Huntsville, Alabama. Good evening to you. Great to have you here. Also from Huntsville, Angel Kelly. She was on Shoot Your Shot last week. Good evening to you as well. Annie Jackson, good evening to you, ma'am. Great to have you here. And then of course we got Kim Richardson. Kim Richardson. I'm gonna explain the graphics in a little while, but glad to have you here. She's starting already. Darlene Duffy Collins, good to have you here again. Good seeing you here again. Also great seeing you again, Donna Lacewell. Always a pleasure to have you here. Glad you decided to start hanging out with us crazy people. Andrea Purry, good evening. You're from Arkansas. Is this your first time? Let us know. We're glad to have you here. My good friend Kathy, great to have you here. Great to have you from the Commonwealth of Virginia. Always a pleasure to have you here. Percolator. Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. Regina from Wisconsin. Great to have you here. Always a pleasure to have you here. Come on. Yeah, Shirley wins. Oh no, hold on. Yeah, Shirley, good to have you here. Great to have you. Good seeing you again. Great to have you here. I don't know why these people. Renee Duncan from Jersey. Good to have you here with that shoe bill bird right there. When it clucks its beak, it sounds like a machine gun. And that's a big old bird, too. Y'all need to look it up. Shoe bill bird, whatever. It's a big bird, too. Scary, too. Annette Price. Good to have you here. Hope you behave yourself. Good to have you here. Darlene, again. Teresa Callens from Greenville, North Carolina. Great to have you here. I believe this is your first time. Good to have you here. And again, now Kim, now she's saying DMV from the DMV. Okay. Dr. Will Banks from Birmingham metropolitan area. Always great to have you here, sir. The lovely Teresa Jones from North Carolina. Great to have you here as always. Oh, okay. Not for Marcus. I'm just in this. Okay, this is my second. Thank you so much. Thank you. Glad you'll be here. I love this platform. I'm glad. To God be the glory. And we love you being here. So thank you so kindly. We do our best. Okay. Born in Cali and reside in Mississippi in the Magnolia State. That's great right there. Thank you. Erica Monique Pearson. Hello again to you, ma'am. Great to have you here. Miss Shay Sharon Love. Good evening to you as well, ma'am. T. Carter Roll from the Sunshine State. Glad to have you here. I hope you're feeling better, ma'am. I hope you're feeling better. Dolores Rucker. Great to have you here again. Watching from South Carolina. Good to have you here. Okay. Here you go. I try Mike, my van driver. Y'all see. You see what I got to put up with every week, though. Yes. Okay. Why am I looking up that bird now? Yes. That's a big old bird, too. Not as tall as an ostrich or emu, but it's, and got a big da-da-da-da-da-da. It's loud, too. Kind of scary, too. So, hey. Jacqueline Chantel Cheeks, good to have you here again from the Metroplex. Great to have you here. Renee Duncan. Yeah. See, there goes that bird, that shoebill bird. Yes. Y'all need to look that up. I'll look it up there for y'all, though. Okay, I think that's all, at least for now, though. So there's no problem right there. Oh, okay. We got some more good friend, Shantina Allen. Great to have. I'm so glad to have you here. Good to have you here. Let me see, is there anyone else, rather? Yes. Mr. Singletary from the ATL. Usually he's the first one here. Well, hey, he's a businessman. He's a businessman, though. Okay, I think that's it for now. Okay, let's go. Let's get started, though. Let's get with the appetizers, okay? Let's get with the appetizers. Oh man, I didn't even have a good one up here. Well, body count. Okay, body count. We're gonna talk about body counts. And well, here you go. And those of you, some of y'all may not know the definition, and some of us do. So here we go. Body count. It refers to how many people someone has slept with. Generally speaking, this refers to sexual intercourse and does not include other types of sexual activities. Okay. And my topic, well, where the title of the topic was, I think I've lost it though, but that's okay, was double standards in regarding body counts. There is a double standards regarding body counts. And I have to admit, as a male, males with high body counts aren't demonized as females with high body counts. Why? I don't know. Could it be chauvinism? I don't know. But of course, I got some videos to kind of share this with you, though. And y'all let me know your thoughts. And let me see. Here goes one. Here goes one right here. Y'all take a listen.
Why are men so concerned with women's body count, but men's body count are twice as much, but obviously don't matter?
Well, here's the thing. You have to understand that there's a great difference between males and females. Men and women are not the same. You are not equal. Men mark their territory. The higher your body count is, the less likely he can bond you and bind you to him as his property, right? Men are takers by nature. They take energy. That's what they do. So the more men that you're with, the more value you lose because you got so many men taken from you, right? After they done took so much from you, what do you have to offer after that? Nothing. So as a woman, Why would you want a high body count? Why would you want so many men taken from you so that you can be depressed? You can have anxiety. You can have all of these demons inside of you.
What's y'all thought about that right there? Especially to the males out there, to the brothers out there. How do you feel about that? Are you marking your territory? Sisters out there, do you agree with that? You know, I thought that was an interesting video that she said, but let's see what the family got to say about this. Okay, let's see if anyone got this. Okay, Annette says she's agree. Okay, that is interesting. Sherry, good to have you here. High body counts for women dismiss the potential of his potential woman being a lady. Okay, and then I have to ask this then. Does a high body count for a male dismisses his potential of being a gentleman? You know, I believe he is a double. I mean, I like what you had to say though, you know. But yeah, she do agree. Okay, good to have you. And Christian, okay, good to have you here. Good to have you here. We talking about double standards and body counts. Hey Rhonda, good to have you here. And agree with her, okay? So there is a double standard, I believe. And again, I said this in the earlier part of this segment. I do believe it's a double standard. You know, I'm a male, but I believe women are vilified more unfairly than men. You know, a man, he has a high body count. Oh, yeah, you're a player. You this, you that. Yeah, bruh. You know what you're doing. But then a woman has a high body count. She's a okay, SLUT. She's a HO. She's a less than favorable woman. And that's not right though. Because guess what? Us guys can be HOs as well and SLUTS. So, you know, that is how it goes though. Good evening to you, lovely lady. Miss Walter, glad to have you here with us. Felicia Harrison. She speaks truth, but we have to remember you leave a part of yourself with each person you sleep with. So high body counts for both men and women lowers your potential of sharing yourself with your future spouse. Okay. She's not by the sanity standards. Okay. And you do have, hey, Patricia Young, glad to have you here. You do have different demon spirit in you. Okay. Kim says true. Women are receivers and men are depositors. And definitely we're not just talking about from a biological standpoint. You know, we can deposit and women can receive. It's just that simple. I agree with that. But we can get some residue from the sisters too. But I believe we put more in. Lack of a better term, though. Of course it is. It's really a man's world. Okay. Christian, men are praised and women are penalized when it comes to body count. Yep, it is. And I mean, like I said, I'm a man who love women. But that's just the truth, though, right there. I agree with you on that. Hey, Stephanie Edwards, good to have you here. Marcus. No, I don't agree with that. I don't have any reason to mark my territory. I can attest to the fact that I do not have a high count. I know where my priorities lie and where it stands. Okay. Brother Dwan Jackson from Florida, great to have you here, Pastor. What's considered high? I think I have a high body count. I've never asked a woman her body count. I'm glad you said that, bro, Pastor. How many of y'all ever asked the person you're dating what's their body count? How many of y'all ask on down the line in the relationship in the dating phase? How many of y'all ask within the first date or before the first date? Better yet, how many of y'all volunteered that information? Let us know. I'm glad you brought that up. T says, true. Why would you want all those spirits entering your body, whether man or woman? I think it's a double standard when it comes to men and women. Neither one should be just out there having sex just because they can. STD, sexually transmitted demons. There you go, Renee Duncan. I don't agree with the view. There is a double standard when it comes to women. Men leave a piece of themselves with every person they lay with as well. Karen says, I think a high body count can make you more jaded and less likely to appreciate a chaste mate, which is what most people say they ultimately want. And I'm glad you say that. You become so used to getting this, getting that, getting this, getting that. And this make you wonder, how would you truly love that person that you feel is the one for you? Like, I've been sleeping with those other folks, but this is the person right here. Are you blind? Are you, I like that right there. Make you more jaded and less likely to appreciate. I like that point right there. And that a woman who sleeps around, that is, especially all these diseases in being a Christian woman. We ought not do that. Okay, never. I don't ask because to me, that is their past. As long as their past is not in our current, I don't care about their past. Okay, you know what? I'm going to put a pin right there. I like what you said, though. It kind of leads us to the next video. And I like that right there. Let me get it. So here's let me take that down. So let me play this one right here. Y'all take a listen.
Would you prefer to date a guy who had a high body count or a low body count?
Low.
Okay, what do you consider low?
3, 4. I'm not gonna judge someone for their past though if they've changed.
Yeah, if they've had like a heart change the same way I have, then I am also understanding to that.
Are you celibate right now?
I am.
Okay. How long you been celibate for?
Close to a year.
Okay. Why do you choose celibacy?
Not married. Not even close to being married.
Okay, but I mean you're not a virgin.
No,
so why do you make the switch?
Just I started living a lot more for God, and that was a part of it. And prior to kind of changing my lifestyle, I was living for myself and just ended up broken, hurt, sad, unfulfilled. And then when I made the switch and I was like, okay, this has to change, my whole heart changed, my whole outlook on life changed.
Okay. Tell me what y'all thoughts on that while I read the rest of these comments. Karen says, I think a high body count can make you more jaded. I read that. Okay, a woman who's sleeping around. Oh, okay. How did I go there? Okay, I've never asked or been asked. Andrea says, in my 20s, I think this was a big question. I never asked, but I have volunteered the information. Sherry says, sex is cosmic and spiritual. People have no idea what's being exchanged and deposited in them. How many of y'all agree that it is cosmic? Let us know. Ask them. Best policy, don't ask, don't tell. It leads to jealousy and issues. The next question is, who is better? Well, I never had that problem. Okay, Felicia says, question, do you still pride yourself on a high body count as a Christian? Nope. And just like what Karen said, you know, the more people you copulate with, the less, I guess, the less appreciative of that real person that you like you become. If that makes sense. If that makes sense, though. That's a good question. It would be horrible if the woman couldn't remember. Okay. 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 Zena from Minneapolis. Good to have you here. I learned how to get rid of potential problems on the first date. I tell them I'm abstinent and will not have sex before marriage. You should see how quick they run. Okay. And she was on Shoot Your Shot 2, fellas, last week. So y'all hit her up. AB from Canada. Great to have you here. How does he know that she is not a virgin? I mean, there's medical ways, but you know, I get what you're saying, though. Zola, good to have you here. Regarding the first video, I disagree with what she said, especially the part about not having anything to offer or woman's value decreasing. You shouldn't let anyone determine your value. I agree. Anyone that does, that is a red flag. I do believe there's a double standard. Also, I don't agree with generalization about men's nature like it excuses behavior. Okay. Okay. I agree. That's a good point right there. Cassandra, I agree with her. Trying to fill a void with different men and women don't work. And I like when you said that right there. You know, do people sleep around us to have that certain void to be filled? I'm glad you brought that up right there. That's a good observation. Good evening to you, Judy. Glad to have you here. And Christine, glad to have you here as well. Michael Jones McKeever, I haven't seen you in a while, brother. From the DMV, great to have you here, sir. And he's saying yes to the question. Okay. So I got one more video before we move on to the main course. You know how these first topics be just as wild as the second one, though. But let's go to the last video. And y'all tell me what y'all think on this one.
What's an acceptable body count?
Man, she got to be damn near a virgin.
How close to virgin is that then?
At this point, if I'm going to be married to her, no more than 3, probably absolute max.
And I'm told these days that is very hard to find.
That's incredibly hard to find. And I'm completely aware of the fact that that is a very hard standard. I'm not going to be like the delusional girls that come on the show. Right? Women want to invest in a man's future. Men do not want to invest in a woman with a past. The sooner a girl understands that they have inherent value and they have to protect it, the better off they're going to be in the long run to find their guy.
What's an acceptable body count?
Man, she got to be damn near a virgin.
How close to virgin is that then?
At this point, if I'm going to be married to her, no more than 3, probably absolute max.
And I'm told these days that is very hard to find.
That's incredibly hard to find. And I'm completely aware of the fact that that is a very hard standard. I'm not going to be like the delusional girls that come on the show. Right? Women want to invest in a man's future. Men do not want to invest in a woman with a past. The sooner a girl understands that they have inherent value and they have to protect it, the better off they're going to be in the long run to find their guy.
Okay. And we just talked about body counts, but does the body count make a difference? In other words, is there a difference between a person who had 6 or 7 past partners as opposed to someone who had 20 plus partners? You know, how do you feel about it if you had those high body counts? How do you feel? I mean, you don't have to answer now, just a rhetorical question, though. Do you think that would affect your relationship in the long run? We got some more comments. I've seen y'all answer, so let me get to it. Keenan from Mississippi. I don't agree with her. This is top tier over here. I may not have perfect vision, but I don't see competition. She needs to get out of those Boaz women conferences. Oh boy, a lot of them do. A lot of them do. Gwen Rogers, great to have you here, ma'am. I agree with her view. If you're living for God and the men who have the same claim should be abstinent. Mm-hmm. Good evening, Donna. Good to have you here. Well, the past is the past, but I am concerned about if they have any STDs. Marcus says, when I was in a relationship, I never felt the need to ask her for body count, and she didn't ask me. In fact, I don't care to go on another adventure to feel the hunger because it is unhealthy emotionally and physically. Keena says, don't ask a question you can't handle. Wow. And that kind of goes along with the next, with the main topic tonight. Stephanie says, if she has to be close to virgin, then what is he? Good point. Great question. Great question. But is it okay for the man to have a high count? Like I said earlier, men used to be praised for having a high body count. So that's that double standard. That's the name of the topic. Wait, our value is in but JJ, wow, homie is going to be by himself or with someone young or easy to manipulate. That's a good observation right there. Shirley says yes. Okay, Michael Wash, great to have you here, sir. You can't ask for a virgin if you are not a virgin. Amen to that, brother. Amen. Makiba, great to have you here, man. That same man that's talking all that yak will be the one pressing her for sex before marriage, adding to his body count or her body count. So, yeah, that's a good one right there. Cassandra, what is his body count? Okay. Renee says, he will be searching for a needle in a haystack and will probably be single for quite some time. Not to say that there's not someone who would meet his requirements, but it will be hard. Tarla from ATL, great to have you here, ma'am. I'm curious as to what his count is. He states men don't want to invest in a woman with a past. It seems he's failing to remember he has a past as well. This, I think she's agreeing with Tarla. And Karen says, and what makes him think that she would tell him the true number? That's a good way to end it right there, I think. Yeah, I just end it right there. So that's a good one right there. I think this part was pretty good right there. Y'all came through. So thank y'all so much. But it's time for the main course. But you know what we do always at this time? Please like, please subscribe, and please share. Like, subscribe, and share. Okay, up next, the art of rejecting. The art of rejecting. Okay, I'm going to do a little explanation first, though, on one thing. As you saw the advertisements for this tonight's show and the cover for this show right here, you notice on both of them I used animals. And the reason being for that was I didn't want to offend anyone who was being turned, I didn't want the one that was being turned down to fall into a category like they were too fat, they were too skinny, they were differently, they were handicapped, they were a different race or what have you, or had a disability. I didn't want to, I guess, offend any person out there. Didn't want to use that because I know how I feel when they use a fat person in a negative way. So I just say, hey, animals. So I'm pretty sure we don't have rhinos and rabbits watching this show. And if it is, please let us know. Let us know in the comments, okay? Please let us know in the comments. Okay. We're going to get with this, though, right here. It is, of course, the art, the art of rejecting. The art of rejecting. Now let's get to it. How do you reject someone? I know this might be unnecessary, but a show of hands. How many of y'all turned someone down that wanted to be involved with you? I mean, I know this is a rhetorical question. You know, raise your hand. I'll raise my hand. Raise it high. I did it too. But how did you do it though? How did you do it? Yeah, how did you do that? So, let me put this comment up here from Cassandra. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, know what? I just gonna get these hands. Yeah. Yeah. Raising hands. Hey, Andrea. Good to have you here. Okay. Rhonda. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I had to turn someone down and it was very hard. We're gonna get to it. I'm glad you said that. Pastor raised both hands. Okay. Kim. Okay. T. Yes, I had to. It was very hard. Okay. Darlene. Shantina. Okay. We're getting the hands that were raised. Okay. And then let's just get to the general questions right here. General answers, be direct and tell them. Keena says, honestly, I have ghosted, but I have been trying to be nicer until you test my gangster. Interesting. Felicia, I didn't know I turned him down. I told him when he got himself together, get back to me. He married, so what else? Well, maybe he wasn't meant for you. Maybe he wasn't meant for you, but maybe you, I don't know, you pushed him to a different level. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that though. But hey, I understand though, my sister. Dwan says, I've been hit on at work by a customer. I just tell them thank you. I'm flattered, but I'm seeing someone at this time. But are you? Are you telling the fib? Let us know, brother. Let us know. Andrea says, just be kind and honest. Let me see. It's very common. Felicia and Dwan says, if they can't get the hint, ghosting is an option. Okay. Now let me just say this. As you know who I am, I'm the administrator, group owner of Single Black Christians and Single Black Christian Connections. So a person in my position gets hit on most of the time. You know, and I still believe they hitting on me because of what they think they can get out this group. I don't know. But there are times I'm pleased. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm human. But there are those who I'm not feeling. And unfortunately, I just, I'm just telling this. Sometimes I just leave them hanging. And I guess this is a hint right there. If you hit me up in my inbox and I just say, oh, that's nice, or like the topic say, oh, that's so sweet, I appreciate it, and nothing else comes from my fingers typing, then so, but guess what? The same thing goes around when I would hit someone's inbox. I'm like, yeah, you look nice. Like to know you. Nothing too much after that. Oh, I think you look good. Thank you. And that's it. So I think that's kind of a slick, sly, hands-off way of rejecting. That's just how I look at it right there. Let me see. I think. Okay. Let's get to, I got some things to show y'all right here. Got some things to show y'all. I looked up some steps on how to reject someone. And y'all tell me y'all agree or disagree. What's your thoughts on these? We're going to go through these right here. Be direct and polite. You can say something like, I really appreciate your interest, but I just don't feel the same. Now, how many of y'all tried that? I can admit I have never said that. I have never said that right there. But you would think that would be the way to do it, though. But then again, you got so many crazy folks out there. You know, how many of y'all have done that? How many of y'all been had that used on you? This saying right here. Let me see what the family got to say. Okay, let me just go to these right here. That's exactly why I don't like DMs. You run a higher risk of being rejected. Okay. Keena says, recently I turned him down nicely. Then the Joker jumps back in the DM like, hey, I'm like, we aren't compatible. Then I blocked him because nice didn't work. Okay. And the answer to Dewan's earlier, okay, fibbing, okay. Karen says, I admit that I'm not good at letting men down. Okay. Keep them at the friend zone. Okay. What if they don't get the message? Okay. Gwen says, through conversation, I explain why I think it won't work. We discuss it to see if either is willing to compromise in such a way that it doesn't change us, but works for the betterment of the relationship. If not, we part ways amicably. Okay. Rhonda says, I just told him all, but I don't think we are a good match. He says, why? I said, because I'm talking to someone. Gwen says, yes. Anna says, and I got cursed out or blocked. Okay. Marcus says, I already told the short stories of aggressive women. But if the newbie, well, no, I'm not going back down and tell them after the show. Okay. On dating sites. Yep. Number one, I agree with. And I wish I had said that. I found myself stumbling over my words instead of unfortunately. Okay. Angel says, Mike, you don't think they're hitting on you because they may find you attractive? Oh, well, yeah. Of course, they're. I mean, look at his face. Of course, they find me attractive. No, I'm just joking, but I think still most often than not, they look at the bigger picture, which I do appreciate. That they appreciate my vision for this brand or ministry, what have you, though. But maybe. That's all I got to say. Maybe. Renee, I'm going to say this approach does not always work. There was a lady on the news that, got hit in the face with a brick for rejecting the guy. Okay. Let me see. Y'all coming in here. Thank y'all so kind. I always be polite. Thank them for the compliment and move on. T says, I'm sorry, I just don't respond. Okay. I like this right here. Always be polite. Okay. I want to get to Zena's. I've had it used on me by a brother at my church. I acted like I didn't know him after that. Rear view mirror now. Hot on my heels. It bees that way sometimes. Okay. Y'all coming in here. That's good. Here's number 2. Here's a step. Number 2. Be clear about your feelings. You can say, I'm sorry, I do not share romantic feelings for you. Now, how does that sound to y'all right there? How does that sound to y'all? Is that a kind way to let someone down? Have that ever been told to you? I have been told a few times, well, you're not my type. I said, okay. Life goes on, though. How do y'all feel about that? Be clear about your feelings. You can say, I'm sorry, I do not share romantic feelings for you. Ooh, now you think about it. I do not share romantic feelings for you. Ooh, that sounds like a punch in the face, but hey, it's honest though. Let me look at this, what y'all got to say. Number 2 is good too. Okay. some men can't handle it. That is true. Okay. On this week, I have to let a person down, and if I have a reason why, I will let them know how they can improve on their weaknesses. I have even directed a gentleman to a friend who I thought they were more compatible with. Okay. Keena says, be honest, but with compassion and tact. So how do you tell a person that you're not attracted to them? How do you handle that with honesty and tact, though? Compassion. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not attracted to you. That sounds kind of, reading this stuff right here. I usually turn it back to me. I'm not ready for a relationship right now, or I'm currently seeing someone. Okay. Okay, right there. I agree with that assessment. Okay. Renee says number 2. It's a good way to say it. Shantina says, some are persistent and don't and take no for an answer. Don't take no for an answer, even when being clear and polite. Karen says number 2 sounds like you're saying that you aren't good enough. That what is, you know. Cassandra said, I'm sorry, but I don't share the same feeling, but we can be friends. I don't know. I agree with that first part, but I hate the friend, I guess, escape or what have you, though. The friend option. As I believe true friendship is organic. You know, I truly believe that. Now. Don't get me wrong, there have been some exceptions on my end that I have been rejected by the lady, but guess what? End up being very, 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 very long-term friends. So, it can happen, but I just think friendships in general should be organic. Okay. Tell them straight. Hey, D Rogers, good to have you here. I tell them straight that I'm not interested and we do not connect. Keena says, just say I don't think we're a good fit, and everyone deserves to be happiest they can. That's how you use tact. Okay. Kim, true. Sometimes they don't get the message, even if you're being clear. Angel says, you just let them know that you are not compatible with them. Okay. They don't want to be friends ever. And that's true. Right there. Patricia, haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been? Great to have you here. Say I don't think we have the connection that we need for a relationship. Okay. Shirley, Miss Shirley. I just went through that with someone I met. I felt like he was trying to push me into a relationship, and we had only talked twice by messenger. And I asked him, or he asked me to get to know a person, and he just wanted to jump in a relationship after 2 conversations. I told him that this was not going to work, and I wished him Godspeed. He got upset. Be direct and be honest with the individual. Glad to have you here, Felicia Dorsey. Okay. Let's get to the next step. This is going to be a doozy right here. And it's almost kind of, I don't know. I'll read it to you. Encourage the other person. You can let them know that they are a great person and will find someone great soon. I hate being told that. Oh, Michael, you're such a great person, though. And any woman would be so lucky to have you. Well, you just turned me down. How can you say that? That's almost demeaning, condescending right there. To tell somebody that. I couldn't even tell somebody that. I think I may have in my 20s or 30s, though, but That's kind of almost insulting to tell somebody that, though. Maybe that's just me. What do I know? I'm just a podcast man. Um. Okay. Jim Kim, great to have you here, ma'am. I tell them up front that we are not compatible. Then they propose friends with benefits. I am like, this girl is too classy for that. I had to run from the date and block him. Okay, I compliment them first and say, let's be friends because we have no chemistry. But I hate to be an advocate, though. And again, like I said earlier on, I believe friendships should be organic. I mean, in some cases, should friendships, platonic friendship, have some form of platonic, being of some form of chemistry? Maybe it's just me. No, that's not it, Mike. Okay. Ooh, what is she talking about? Help me out. I got so many comments. You're right. Well, what did I say that was right? Okay, but thank you, Pastor. I don't like number 3. Yeah, I don't either. If I'm so great, then why turn me down? Okay, that's what y'all talking about. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you. I can't stand that right there. So condescending, blah, blah. Hey, Regina, good to have you here. Blah, blah, blah. Right. Uh-huh. I agree with you, man. Yeah, that's true. Yes. Good. Hope to see you tonight at the after party. Okay. Okay, D. Rogers. Men don't want to hear that and become defensive. Well, I say both men and women don't want to hear that and become defensive or argumentative. Trust me. I know. No, Mike, you're right. That is demeaning and belittling. I'm so great, but why you don't want me? Save all of that lip service. Yeah, I can't stand that right there. Keena says, like, if you really think a person is just dumb, say, I am so sorry that I didn't make my last statement clear. Please let me know where I can help you understand. Okay. Good evening, D. Giles from Atlanta. Good to have you here. But you can be great, but just not great for me. Maybe so, though. But I just hate this line right here. How I almost cussed right there. How the heck can you encourage someone you just turned down? How the heck can you encourage someone you just rejected? Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. And I'll say this one right here. Good evening to you, Carletta. Good to have you here. I'll say this with Angel. No, don't commit to being friends. That would give them hope and lead them on, free them up to find someone else. Well, and I agree with you on the surface, but sometimes you discover you do be better friends than lovers. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, I got longtime friends. Hey, we friends to this day. So, okay, encourage the other person. I'm going to try to get through these quick as I can. Oh, boy. I think number 4 is even worse, though. I don't know. It's no better, though. Number 4 and number 5 should have been the same thing, but here you go. Thank them for the chance to get to know each other. Thank them for the chance to get to know each other. Thank them for the chance to get to know each other. And number 5 says, offer your best wishes. Thank them for the chance to get to know each other and offer them your best wishes. You know what? It just gets worse and worse each time, though. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. I agree with that. Like I said, they just get worse and worse each time, though. Nah, Mike. Okay. Nah, Mike. No. Okay. Michael says number 4, nope. And number 5, nope again. Yeah. I agree. Renee says, be direct and to the point. I don't like wasting breath trying to turn someone down. Mm-hmm. Kill Rich. Thank them. No. And I agree. Yeah. That's mm-hmm. Karen says, thanking them seems condescending. I agree. I super deluxe degree. Cheryl Davis, great to have you here, ma'am. I've been there a few times, and if the chemistry isn't reciprocated, no need to lead them on by giving them false hope. Mm-hmm. I understand that, though. Mm-hmm. Good luck in your future endeavors. Like they got fired. We wish you well in your future endeavors. Okay. Karen said that sounded like a graduation card. Oh boy, y'all something else. It does, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? Okay, let me get this one. I'm gonna move on. Okay. Check this out right here. Number 6. Rejecting someone may seem rude, but it's better for everyone if you're clear about your feelings. Now, these crazy ones they said, prior to this one makes sense. It may seem harsh, and like Brother Michael and someone else says, rejecting someone is difficult. It's hard. Sometimes you may feel guilty. Sometimes, but it's better for everyone. No need of you prolonging this, because each day, ooh, excuse me, good food. Each day prolongs that other person's hope that, hey, y'all in a relationship or they heading for a relationship, heading into a relationship with you. Let's get straight to the point. It may hurt. It may hurt. But at the same token, I hate to say it, but self-care is more important, to be honest with you. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. They did get fired. Okay. Number 6 is so true. Mm-hmm. Shantina says no guilt here. Lynn says number 6 is good. Okay. Donna says number 6. I agree. Okay. I agree with number 6. Let me see. Sherelle says, agreed. I never want to intentionally hurt anyone's feelings, but I'm candid with my responses now. I prefer the absolute truth and give it as well. Okay. Let me see this right here. Right here. Chandra from Alabama. Good to have you here. Great to have you here. 6 so true. I agree. Be honest and not waste our time. And number 6, I agree. The truth. Okay. It's no, Marcus, number 6 is so much better than number 4 and number 5. Miles ahead. Number 7 is interesting. If you've been dating for a few months, it might be best to have a face-to-face chat. Now, I think that's a pre-relationship or a pseudo-relationship. I think that's just flat out breaking up. I think that's a breakup right there. And it might be best to have a face-to-face chat. And well, how do y'all feel about that? Let's just chew on this for a minute. How do you feel about that right there? Darlene says, being clear about your feelings helps both of you move forward. Okay. And that's a good point. Exclusively dating or just dating. I don't know. When did they start using that exclusively dating? Because I first heard about that back in 2007. That was my first time ever hearing that. So, but I get what you're saying though. If you've been dating for a few months, or number 7, face to face. Okay, face to face. Or number 8, if you're going to do it over text, you could send a simple rejection text. What is a simple rejection text, y'all? What is a simple rejection text? I'm not into you. Sorry. Bye-bye. Is it something like that? I mean, how do you send a simple rejection text? Somebody help me out with this. Somebody please help me out with this right here. How do you do a simple rejection text? Okay. La 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 la. Go to 7. Mike says 7 may be possible if you are in a long distance courtship. D says that's valid, but after a few 5-7 months, that's misleading. I agree with you, D. I agree with you 100%. I agree. Chris Motley, great to have you here. Communication is everything, face to face. D says, boy, bye. Brother Walsh says, number 8, no, don't break up over text. That's a bad way to do it, though. That is an awful way to do it. Okay. Cassandra says, I'm sorry, but this is not going to work for me. Okay. Chris says, this is not working for me, but I wish you well. Felicia, good to have you here. Never heard of a simple rejection text. I never heard of that. I think that's more cruel than anything. At least that's amongst the cruel things to do, you know. Felicia, I honestly prefer not to do face-to-face breakup because I don't want to see their reaction. A simple rejection text is, I think we should go our separate ways. Kim says 8. Number 8, deuces, okay. Andrea says 8. Text is tacky. Just have the conversation. D says cowardly breaking up by text. I'm laughing at Keena right here. I have said go with God. Dang. Okay. Yes, breaking up over the text is horrible. Okay. Get the Zola. I'm trying to get the Zola. I like what she got to say. I don't know about face-to-face to deliver bad news, maybe in a public place. I agree, but I think that can be done over the phone. Wow. I mean, hey, that's safety first, I suppose. Mike, I agree with these terms. Okay. T says texting is so rude and uncool that hurts worse than face-to-face. Just cruel. Okay, Darlene says no one wants to break up by a text message. That is too hurtful. Okay. Sherelle says I sent a long text because it was long distance, but the communication was coming to a standstill. I thought it was nice, but his reaction told me otherwise. Hey, reaction, being dumped. Hey, that hits everybody differently. I understand. If you're chartering on new territory for me, I know about the traditional way, not the new school way. Okay, Angel. Toria Bird, great to have you here, ma'am. Face to face, I do not like to have a serious conversation by text. I agree with you 100%. You're doing all the you might as well call them. That's crazy right there. Yeah, I agree with you. Felicia, I text because I get emotional. It makes me sound stupid. You're not a stupid person. You're not a stupid person. Marcus, I have never heard of this, but it kind of sounds simpler than ghosting me. Trust me, it's happened to me before. Shantina, after a few months, face to face on this long distance, and if it's a toxic situation, It may be safer emotionally or even physically not to meet. I agree with you. Okay. Keena says, I know what is rude, sending long texts, and I and I respond with K. People have gotten mad with me about that. Tell me their grievances, and I just say, okay. And they get hot. 38 hot. Karen says, which is better, ghosting or text? Sometimes it's easier to let them come to the realization that they just won't accept no. Good point right there. Good point right there. They just won't accept no. Which leads to number 9, the final one. If they push for anything beyond that, they are the ones being rude. If they push for anything beyond that, they are the ones being rude. So, and some people can't take no for an answer. Some people be like, you just going through something. You need me in your life. We supposed to be together. Yeah. No. If they push for anything beyond that, they're the one being rude. That could be disturbing too. If they can't take no for an answer though. Yeah, safety first. Safety first. What the comments saying. Okay. Keena says, a stalker is someone who is the only one that won't let the relationship go. Okay. Shantina says, be truthful. Ghosting is too weird and awkward. People create alternative dialogue, and God forbid you run into them. Oh boy. Annie Jackson says, give them a strong block. Michael Walsh. Number 9, yes, it could be rude, but I could understand that the woman I rejected had separation anxiety. Karen, some people think that no means just call back in a few months. And I'm glad you said that. Like, let us spend some time apart and let's rethink. No, yeah, let's take a break from the relationship. Nah. If you had to take a break from a relationship, y'all need to be together. That's the way I look at it. Okay? Yep, a bunch of crap coming out of their mouth because they have been dumped. D. Giles, stalker or narcissist. Okay. Andrea, can't take no. My hood girl shows up. They are always shocked. True story, crazy. True story, crazy. Well, we'll just finish this part off with this. The art of rejecting. Be careful how you reject someone. The one thing is, you're going to reject someone, do it early. Don't wait till days for it to happen. Say, look, this is not going to work. If you know off the top from day one that they're not the one for you, and it's all right to not be attracted to someone. Let's just be honest. It's all right to not like a person's personality. It's all right for this. It's all right that we have the right to choose who we date or whom we date. We have a right, and no one should criticize us as far as rejection. That's the way I look at it. That's the way but I have to say this. I say this all the time. Be the person that you're trying to get, though. You can't look for a bodybuilder and, well, you know the rest. It's like me looking for a spokesmodel. And I tell people all the time, how I could look for a shapely woman, and I'm made up like I tell people all the time, I'm made up like a sack of potatoes. I tell people this all the time. Look, this is how I'm made up, like a sack of potatoes right there. Let me move that out the way. Yes, I am made up like that. And I like potatoes, but yeah, I can't. That's how I'm made up, y'all. So let me get that off there though. So Y'all just be careful out there. Okay? Y'all just be careful. Up next, but we got a quick one. But before we do that, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much to you paid subscribers on the community page. I appreciate your support. Thank you all so very, very much. And I'm going to try to come up with something for y'all paid subscribers. That's exclusively to, for y'all. So keep your eyes and ears open, okay? Thank you so much. One last quick thing. It's the last video or last whatever. It's not even a question or whatever. Just let's see, what is this? I just play the video. Let y'all see what y'all say about this. Y'all take a listen.
Thank you for coming over.
No problem. This is nice.
Yeah. It's all mine.
Yeah, so let's get started, girl. Come on. Good night, girl.
Did you hear that?
No, I ain't hear anything. Okay, I heard that.
What was that?
I don't know.
Shh. Let's.
She up in the closet.
What are you doing in the closet? Oh, you're supposed to help me with a man. Let's go.
Oh, man, I forgot about that. Come on. You got a baseball bat on you?
No, I don't got no bat.
You heard that?
You heard that too?
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out.
Well, he looks at me and I look at him.
Who is he?
That's my ex.
We live together, but we sleep in separate beds. Really?
It's too much.
What? Had me, woman.
No.
Hey, how you doing?
Roommate with your ex. I'm not going to ask y'all what y'all think of that. And I know I'm not going to even ask y'all what y'all do with it. I just want y'all to see that. You can tell which, well, if you could save money, would you be a roommate with your ex? Just a couple of quick answers on this one right here. Let me see right here. Sound like Drew and Ralph. Okay. Dwar says, yeah, rent is high. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, no, not. Okay. No. Keenan said, you almost made me cuss. Okay. He said, never. That's crazy. Cassandra said, that's crazy. D says, oh, heck no. Oh, to the no from Felicia. Let me see who else. Y'all coming in here too. Darlene says not a chance. No. Oh, y'all coming in here. I could not. Annie says that's a negative. Let me see. No, y'all coming in here too. It's double on the specific circumstances, okay? Oh, and then says she met a man that was in that situation. Oh, man. Shantina said to the no. She says, nope, no way, no how, no never. I'd rather move back home. Heck no. Hey, Annie. Heck no, a recipe for single life. Rhonda says, yeah, I couldn't. Okay, folks, we out of time and overtime. Thank y'all so much. But you know what? Guess what? It's time for these announcements. We got to get these announcements. Up next, I don't know when. It might be in 15 minutes. Might be half past the hour. Might be in 30 minutes from now. I don't know. But be ready for the after party. The Zoom link will be posted in the groups. It will be pinned to the top of the groups. And make sure that you are a member of one of those groups, SBC or SBCC. Or you could be a member of both. Hey, the more the better. And if it's the Lord's will, we'll see each other again for another edition of Tuesday Talk. So make sure you bring your snacks and your beverage and whatever else, your asthma medicine, your pills, everything else. Just make sure you show up, okay? So thank you all so much. I appreciate y'all. I think we had a good time tonight. Just thank you so much. We hope to see you in the after party. I don't take this lightly. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything, though. Okay? So if nothing else, y'all take care. Don't take any wooden nickels, okay? Take care.